Hi everybody, my name is Manhattan and I am starting a new channel called Succulent Therapy. I am from Seattle, Washington, and I want to create an account where I can talk about all things succulents, and not only them, but also houseplants and leafy green things to keep in your house. Today I wanted to talk about 3 very hardy succulents for beginners or someone who doesn't have the time for plants, whether you're in college or if you have a job that's just too hectic. Want to focus on 3 succulents that are fantastic for beginners, that are very hardy. I know from experience that it's very easy to kill plants because I have killed plenty of plants. The first succulent I want to talk about is this. This is a Gullam jade plant. It is of the class Crassula ovata. It is my favorite succulent, and that's why I wanted to put it on first. So its little leaves look a little bit like Shrek ears. They're little tubes. It is super strong to, if you are neglectful and you forget to water it, or if you leave it in too much sunlight, it really won't have too many problems. Specifically, I have had for about 3 years. It has survived a move from, I'm from Seattle, but I just moved to Eastern Washington, sorry. And it survived that change. It did fall in the car, but that was my fault, not the plants. The second succulent that I want to talk about is this one. So this is a dwarf jade plant. They're very slow growing. This one is still a baby. I've had it for about a year, but it's just very slow. Even though it is slow growing, once it does fully grow, the leaves will become red tipped, and they are really pretty just because they have more color than some other succulents do. Like the Gullam jade spoken about before, that one stays green, but this one turns red. These guys love sun, so you don't have to worry about taking them from the windowsill to inside the house. It's pretty much okay in any condition. These plants are easy to overwater, however, it makes it easier if you are neglectful of your plants. That's where I always did. My plants dried out. I never really drowned them. So in the winter, you only need to give this enough water so that the leaves don't shrivel. That's really only a little bit of water every 10 to 14 days. In the summer, of course, with the heat, it's going to be a little bit more. It's workable. My third and final easy succulent to care for is a kalanchoe. There is some debate on what they're actually called. Their generic name is called Widow's Thrill. These love light, so again, you can put them on the windowsill, not worry too much about if you're going to scorch it or not. They want to be south facing in winter. If you're like me and you have no clue what that means, I wouldn't really worry about it. You can just put it in an area that has a lot of light. Like the dwarf jade plant, these are very susceptible to being overwatered. However, as long as you let the soil dry out before you water it, so just forget about the plant a little bit, you will have no problems. And as long as you have holes on the bottom and you don't let it sit in water, it should not be a problem. And these guys are really good to survive all seasons. So right now it's February, and where I live there's about a foot of snow, and it's still flowering and having no problems whatsoever. So that is why it made it onto the list. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you learned something, that's great. If not, that's also okay. Hopefully you found either a succulent you already knew you liked, or a succulent that maybe you didn't know about before. Please subscribe down below and leave a comment on if you like these types of videos. And I'm interested in doing series where I talk about one specific type of succulent. So your hen and chicks, or your kalanchoe, or your jade plants like the 2 first ones were. Or let me know if there's other types of plants you want me to talk about, like palms or elephant plants. Those can also be covered. I love all house plants, and I really just want to get my love for plants out for other people, because I think People use them for decoration, and everyone has a different purpose for plants, so it's great to talk about them. So go ahead and give it a like, and I will